So welcome everyone to our Wellness Hour with Tao Calligraphy. This is an introduction to the Tao Calligraphy field. I'm Laurie and am honored to be with you today. I am a co-owner with Satori Family Wellness Center, and we like to serve with various Tao technologies. And we focus this evening on using Tao Calligraphy. So before we get started, it would be wonderful if there are people who are working on certain health or certain conditions that maybe would be interested in being a demo. A demo usually will entail that you are comfortable coming online, maybe showing your camera if possible, to give feedback with some of the services that we do. And so just let us know in the chat. And also, if not, if you can just maybe share some of the things that you're working on so we can maybe tailor this session today to kind of help you support your needs. Okay. So, and just a reminder that we are here for general information, and this is not to replace any medical, psychological, or psychiatric advice. You know, we always want you to make sure you go to your own healthcare provider. So thank you. So let's get started. So today we will do our usual check-ins and then talk more about the power and significance of Tao calligraphy and the Tao calligraphy field. And we'll spend time practicing with the Tao calligraphy field and then talk about some next steps. So let's have this opportunity to check in and notice how you are doing today. I'd love to see in the comments how you're feeling this week, how your thoughts have been, emotions have been, bodily symptoms or sensations, as well as a reflection on your actions and behaviors. And, you know, a lot of times things come up during the week. So just checking in, we want to be a support to you on your wellness journey. So also, if you have any feedback from other sessions that you've attended, and any progress or any concerns, please feel free to note them in the chat, and we can have a more interactive session. So as you're checking in, we want you to notice how you're doing and have no judgment about where you are, okay? So if you're feeling better or worse, or maybe your thoughts have not been as positive as you would like, or your emotions, more upset, or some pain, discomfort, sensations. If you are dealing with a, concern, a chronic or more serious condition, notice how it has been this past week or just today at this moment. Notice where you are. You can give yourself a number from 0 to 10. 10 could be really high distress or pain, discomfort. 0 is, you're no pain or distress. And then also in terms of the actions and behaviors, have you been moving towards your wellness goals or having some challenges? So hopefully today's session can help to clear some of the negative information around what you're going through and bring you back into balance. And I would like to start by sharing the video that we usually play. Just introduction in case there are newer people here or will watch the video. And even though you watched it before, take this opportunity to connect again with Dr. and Master Shah, some of the wisdom, and let it go to the next level. Okay. Okay.
Millions of people meditate, positive thinking, and a special healing mantra or healing song. Wonderful. But I think mind over matter is not enough. The next step is soul over matter. Soul over matter, soulfulness means our soul can make things happen.
Master Zhigong Sha studied to be a medical doctor in Western medicine from China. Through this journey, he came to learn of a 5,000-year-old practice in traditional Chinese medicine. This revolutionized both his practice and his healing gifts. This is his story.
When I was in a medical college, Xi'an Medical College, one time I think at the restaurant, the meat spoiled. Then I took it. Then I have vomiting, diarrhea, and my intestine cramped. Then midnight, I went to emergency. They give me injection in modern medicine. Nothing works. Ayo, pain. I drink water, pull throughout. I have a classmate. He is the traditional Chinese medicine lineage family, but he studied modern medicine as me, classmate. And he came down to my room. He said, lie down. I lie down, lie on the stomach. And he put his hands on my inner thigh and also my lower back. And he said, relax. Then he moved the finger, moved my tendon. I was shouting, wow, very painful, very forceful, move my tendon. And then he said, drink the water. I said, I cannot drink anything. He said, big bowl of water, drink it. I drink it. I drink it. I was totally okay. I have such a deep impression. I said, wow, Chinese medicine, 5,000 years history. There must be something.
This experience, along with many more, changed Master Sha's trajectory from studying strictly Western medicine to also studying traditional Chinese medicine. He received his MD degree in Western medicine from China. He also became a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. As a lifelong student of ancient Chinese wisdom, Master Sha has come to learn this one eternal truth.
Millions of people in China know these three words, Shen, Qi, Jing. But I have realized Shen, Qi, Jing is more than people understand.
In traditional Chinese medicine, Shen, Qi, Jing are known as the three jewels or three treasures. Shen is the soul, Qi is energy, and Jing is essence or matter. Master Sha has learned and further teaches that everything and everyone is made up of soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. Or in other words, we are all made up of Shen, Qi, Jing.
During my study through the whole life, I have realized Shen, Qi, Jing is a universal law. Everyone, everything is made of Shen, Qi, Jing. Shen includes soul, heart, and mind. So in spiritual realm, soul is the spirit. But in quantum physics and Tao science, soul is the information. They are the same. Millions of people believe here, soul and spirit. Millions of people believe scientific way. But in fact, they are the same. Information is your soul. So therefore, this is like an information system we share with humanity in Tao science.
To further explain, the soul is the warehouse where information is stored. Our heart is the receiver, which transmits the information to the mind. Our mind is the processor or interpreter of the information received. Our mind, in turn, directs the energy and initiates actions. This energy, or qi, dictates the actions of matter. Matter, known as Jing, can be defined as our physical body, physical environment, and physical circumstances. Knowing this, both the positive and negative information we consume play a crucial role in the outcome of our lives.
Positive information causes great result for health, relationship, finances. If you connect with negative information, you are affected. We do Tao Calligraphy. We connect with the source. This is a positive information.
Tao Calligraphy is a revolutionary healing art based on an ancient form of one-stroke calligraphy, ibitsu, which he learned from the soul lineage holder, Professor Li Chu Yun. Master Sha further developed this oneness writing to create a powerful vibrational field that carries the positive messages of Tao's source. such as the greatest love, forgiveness, harmony, flourishing, and more. Through this, we can transform negative information and energy in our own vibrational field by absorbing the positive information and energy generated through tracing of Tao calligraphy. This can result in positive changes and profound healing in our lives, as has been the case for hundreds of thousands of people whom Master Sha has served.
Tao calligraphy creates source healing field that can serve all life, including health, relationship, and finances.
So, thank you. So I just love watching that again and again. I just love seeing Master Sha and his enthusiasm and his story. And just his story, you know, moved him from being a medical doctor and in the medical field to traditional Chinese medicine. And then meeting his spiritual teacher and doing a lot of soul or Tao healing, and also training in Tao calligraphy calligraphy, was an Ibitsu calligraphy. And because of his own, you know, service, his training, he was able to elevate the calligraphy, the Ibitsu calligraphy, to Tao calligraphy. And so this is what I want to focus on for today. And some of you may be familiar with my story. By profession, I am a psychologist here in Hawaii, and I was always looking for something more. I love my field. I know I can do a lot of great service, but I always felt like there was something more. And when I learned about Dr. and Master Sha's Tao technologies, and particularly Tao calligraphy for me, because it's a great passion of mine as a Tao calligraphy teacher, it really helped to transform my life professionally and personally, and gave it much more meaning. And I now feel I have the ability or the tools to take one's transformation to the next level. So I am so grateful I get to share this with you who are all open to something new, because it may be a leap for some people to think about how calligraphy can heal. But you know that there are a lot of different, I'll show you in my slides here. Let me see if I can, that there are a lot of research just on calligraphy writing, like Chinese calligraphy writing. And there's a lot of benefits, you know, with the mind-body coherence and how it can slow and relax your bodily functions. For example, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your respiration, and skin temperature. And at the same time, it can heighten and activate our cognitive and neural activities. So there are already some research with regular Chinese calligraphy, but Tao calligraphy can take it to the next step, because our teacher has, as we shown in the video, has had lifelong training and mastery in many philosophies and healing arts, spiritual practices, where he's able to connect with Tao, which is just a word like that Lao Tzu, who is the founder of, you know, the Tao, uses for the source, right? So, and this is not a religion. It is something that, you know, whatever you believe in, whether it's the universe, nature, you have your, you know, God, your spiritual fathers and mothers, you can think about it in those terms. This is just about connecting to a higher frequency and vibration to allow transformation to happen in an accelerated way, which I've certainly experienced for myself and many of my clients and students and also family. So I'm very grateful that we get to demonstrate it here today. And so I would like to see if there is anyone who is open to being a demo, as I mentioned. If anyone is going through any challenges that you would be open to receive a blessing. And we're going to start with a Tao Calligraphy writing blessing. So as a Tao Calligraphy master teacher, but also a Tao Calligraphy master practitioner, we get the opportunity to, as we connect, and we use actually Dr. Master Shah's channel, we get a chance to bring that positive message, frequency, and vibration to transform things within our own soul, heart, mind, and body. So, and there is an upcoming workshop, it's a this date, on September 20, I believe it's 27, 28, with the global team, with the leading teachers, Francisco Quintero, we have Huilin, Lin, Cecilia Liu, and Carol Liu, which is the Tao Calligraphy lineage holder, that they will have this wonderful workshop, writing workshop. So for those of you who have experienced writing and want to kind of refresh, I try to do it at least once a month here in our Satori Family Wellness sessions. We do have ongoing weekly and monthly series with Tao Calligraphy writing with Satori Family Wellness that I teach. But we're having the special one with the global team. And this, I think, is the first Tao Calligraphy writing event of 2025. So this is a great opportunity for those of you who really want to delve further into Tao Calligraphy writing. And tonight we'll get a taste. So for those of you who have like a brush, water paper, or even a pen and paper or pencil and paper, you can follow along too, okay? So the words of the Tao Calligraphy, we're gonna just work on Da today. So Da means greatest, and Master Shah talks about the 10 greatest Tao qualities that bring about greater transformation. And as we write, what happens with Tao Calligraphy, it's different than regular traditional writing. It is a oneness writing, so it will be in one stroke, like a cursive writing. But what we do is we really connect and use the channel to bring in the higher frequency vibration. And so it is known as a transformative art, okay? So you can follow along with me too, because as you do the exercise with me, I want you to experience how it feels to just allow yourself to be grounded, to allow yourself to connect to a higher source, and to then write without judgment. Just allow yourself to kind of enjoy that pathway, okay? So for those of you, if you don't have anything, writing material, you can just use your hands, okay? So the Da, so this is Da, right? So this is greatest, okay? And that means like the greatest qualities. So just think, big, greatest, okay? And the traditional way that we write is, and you can follow along, straight line. Okay, so Hang in Chinese is a stroke. Pie is a side stroke. Okay. And now. Okay, so people, you can follow along with me. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the traditional way that you can write Da. And when we move it to our Tao Calligraphy, we combine it in one stroke. And what we'll be doing is here, we're gonna go up to the second stroke, and we're gonna go up around this way, and we're actually gonna turn it in. So we're gonna change. So you can follow along with me. First, up, down, up, the middle, second stroke, we're lifting the brush, and then down. Okay. So this is Da, representing the greatest qualities. And now I want, after you kind of learn it, some of you have learned it before, many of you may have been in at least one class. Now I want you to practice writing, whether you're doing it with pen or with your 5 fingers, right? Or with the water paper, to practice getting into the field, we'll say, or into the Tao calligraphy connection, okay? So you can close your eyes, and even if you do this once, you might feel a shift within your body. So you can close your eyes if you'd like. Put your hands on your lower abdomen, and imagine this ball of light rotating in your lower abdomen. You're gonna breathe in to your lower abdomen. Exhale, let that light rotate, gently. So in my classes, I really emphasize about the foundations and grounding. And when we write, this is a practice that we can take in every aspect of our lives. So grounding, feel that light ball gently rotating. And just notice how that feels as you concentrate on that light ball. Most of you here on the line are, experienced students and have had at least one of the Tao light transmissions that maybe we'll talk about or even get a chance to demonstrate today. So allow yourself to turn on your treasures, feel that rotating in your lower abdomen to just kind of ground, center, and balance you, okay? And then I want you to imagine the top of your head going to the universe, feeling that connection to the Tao source. So you're feeling that light coming in through your crown. You're breathing it into your lower abdomen, exhaling your body relaxed. So some keys for the writing is really about connection. The purpose of Tao calligraphy writing is to connect to the source and to be able to bring in that frequency, vibration, and light that can then clear the negative information or Shen Qi Jing to positive Shen Qi Jing, as it was talked about in the video. So allow yourself to feel that light connection. So we're aligning. You can also check your posture to be aligned, kind of tucking your chin, neck flat, and feel that elongation of your spinal column. So we're connected and aligned. We're grounded. Our mind is on our lower abdomen. We're going to relax our body. Okay, so our body is relaxed. You can hold your brush in a relaxed space. And as you really feel, imagine that you're just connecting to the positive Tao qualities such as greatest love, greatest forgiveness, greatest compassion, greatest light, and more. Okay, imagine with your creative visualization and your heart power feeling just that this positive frequencies, and you're like connected to the channel. For those of you who are Tao practitioners, whether Tao hands, Tao calligraphy practitioners, there's many others, Tao technologies, you can connect, feel that connection, okay? So you're connecting to a higher frequency, vibration. We are working to align ourselves with the Tao channel, Tao calligraphy channel. And then think about what we just learned, Tao, greatest, that represents all of the 10 Tao qualities, okay? We talked about the first 4, greatest love, forgiveness, compassion, light. It is also greatest humility, greatest harmony, greatest flourishing, greatest gratitude, greatest service, and greatest enlightenment. So allow yourself to imagine that these messages, this light, and now we're connecting yourself with the channel to feel that frequency and vibration. Okay? So many of you observed me writing earlier. And although I work to connect, I'm working to have a deeper connection as we just did this practice of grounding, aligning, relaxing, and allowing us to write with our heart. So the way I like to imagine, everyone can be a bit different. I usually try to, ground, relaxed, feel the channel, like the Tao Calligraphy channel, writing channel. And as that channel is coming through, it naturally goes and opens up our heart center. So feel your heart center opening up as well, kind of radiating out as we're writing, okay? But our mind is still in our lower abdomen, and actually we write it from our lower abdomen. And in our classes, we really practice this because it is a skill and you need to practice. So this is a wonderful way to work your foundations, but also get the benefit from Tao Calligraphy. And for me, it helps me connect to Tao Calligraphy in a deeper way. So even if you're in the Tao Calligraphy field, you're tracing, you can feel that connection. Tao Calligraphy writing can help you increase your connection with Tao Calligraphy. Okay. So you can watch me first and just allow yourself to just relax and feel with each stroke the frequency and vibration. Just notice what comes through. And then I want you to write it together, okay? So relax and receive. Now, notice how that felt. I'm going to write again. Don can join me in writing. Relax. Again, ground. Mind on your lower abdomen with the ball of light. Feel that connection. You're in this beautiful tone. Writing with your heart. Greatest love. Okay, focus on love first, right? The darker greatest love and light. Just lift down. Lift down. Okay. Again, write with me and I want you to focus because I'm not correcting it. I'm just giving you an opportunity to just connect with Tao Calligraphy writing, okay? Whether it's just in the air like I'm doing now. But I want you to practice being in this Tao Calligraphy writing channel and just feeling this love or light from that Tao Calligraphy channel, okay? So relax, put your mind in your lower abdomen, feel, and just line up, down, and okay. Down. Don't worry how it looks like. We're not going to correct. We're just allowing ourselves to enjoy the strokes and to feel the channels. The key is actually the channel because it's easy to learn the technical things like, having the corrections, which we do get, but to combine the two where you get the balance of the character, but you want to really be in that channel. So let's do it one more time and one more time together. I'll just rewrite it on here. Okay. Relax, mind on your lower abdomen, just feel the ball of light grounding. You're going to feel that connection, the Tao Calligraphy connection, like this light coming down through our crown, going through our body, opening through our heart as we're going to write through, right? We're going to write with heart, okay? and then continuing to go down. Stay grounded in your lower abdominal area. Okay, so more time, let's connect and enjoy that light coming through. Okay, let's begin. Up, lift. Time. And I'd love to hear what, some people are feeling, if you have any questions. But if you could just feel the calming of your body just by writing the strokes and just using Da. Okay? And learning how to write can also help you deepen your tracing of Tao calligraphy. So I'm hoping some of you, I would love to hear some sharing. And for those of you who, so maybe we'll wait a while for that. And while we're waiting, I want to introduce the Tao Calligraphy field. So what we just did is writing Tao Calligraphy. And Master Shah has written many different calligraphies. And we here at Satori Family Wellness are very blessed that we have a couple of Tao Calligraphy fields, Tao Calligraphy light fields that carry many of the 10 greatest qualities or the 10 Da to help bring, transformation. And so, okay, so the new level 2 we've introduced several months ago has also the 5 organs, yin organs. And those of you who have been on Dr. Gina's sessions, she often talks about the 5 element organs and the 5 elements and how that can help healing and transformation. So Master Shah does have calligraphies on these yin organs that can help balance those elements and those organs. And we have 8 of the calligraphies. Greatest love is usually what we focus on here today in our introduction session. But we often, in our regular membership session, we bring out all the calligraphies that we have, and we also introduce you to the different calligraphies because each one has its own specialty, so to speak. So for those of you, if you want to write, someone wants to write how they are feeling or anything that they're working on, we can, again, as I mentioned, help tailor, support you through the rest of the hour, and see, so you can really experience the ways Tao calligraphy and the different types of Tao calligraphy technology services that we've learned from Dr. Master Shah can really help your transformation. Okay, so Tao calligraphy writing ourselves can activate this deeper levels of transformation. Just the process of writing, you can learn so much about yourself. You can clear many blockages. And, my students have mentioned how they found it's really helpful. Also with their own, they also do other practices, but there's something really powerful and special with the Tao calligraphy writing. And as we write or trace sacred phrases like greatest love or Da'ai, we can really connect to this high frequency, positive information that then can help transform our negative information. Those of you who are here at the start may have done the check-in with us and may have noticed maybe a heaviness or fatigue or pain or discomfort. And the Tao calligraphy writing, in my experience, can really help to release some of that information. I use Tao calligraphy daily. So let's work together with Da'ai, greatest love. In Master Shah's teaching, love melts all blockages. So some of you have seen the Da'ai before. If you see my white arrow in the middle, I'm gonna just start by just giving you the pathway. We have the pathway of Da. Okay. This first line here is just a connection as Master Shah. This is a unique and a very high level style of writing that Master Sha does that only he can do, with the circle and the connection. But for us, we can, do the inside part and practice how to write Da, which we learned today, and then I, which we've learned in other sessions. Okay. And this is just a pathway. So as you start to learn how to write, you start to memorize the pathway. So if you close your eyes, you could maybe visualize it or see it. And when you're writing represents, we believe, represents who you are. In traditional Chinese writing, they also have philosophies that it does represent a person's personality. So there's a video I watched where the Chinese mother they would want to see their daughter's partners writing to see what kind of person they are. They kind of do that reading. And in Tao calligraphy, we actually take it further, that Master Sha says that it can represent different parts of us, our physical bodies, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. And so as we write, we get more information about ourselves, and we get an opportunity, because Tao calligraphy, not only can we, I know assess is kind of seems like a clinical term, but get more information about ourselves, but Tao calligraphy writing is also the way that we get to do transformation. In the Rewrite Your Life series that the Institute, or the Master Sha's organization, puts out, they call it Rewrite Your Life, because as you write, you are changing the information within your being. And so this is a really powerful transformative tool. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay, so Brittany mentioned she's been experiencing discomfort and circulation issues in her left leg lately. Okay, so let's have so with your condition and others as well, we're going to trace the calligraphy, and you can trace this 3 times, the circle, and as you trace it, really allow yourself to feel that you are being connected with that Tao source. Just like when we did the Tao calligraphy writing, we saw ourselves in this writing channel. Allow yourself now to really imagine that not only the channel, but this whole field. This is a Tao calligraphy. One Tao calligraphy creates a field. Many more calligraphies, elevates that field. But we're going to connect with our Tao calligraphy field, even if you see one calligraphy. And we're going to be turning on the level 2 field for all of you today. So when we're tracing, a higher frequency, vibration, and light can come in. For those of you that, don't know the pattern, that's okay. You can just meditate and just do it like a visualization. Imagine that as you're looking at the calligraphy, or you have it right in front of you, that it's radiating this light, like a portal of light, higher frequency and dimension. And so I'm going to trace for Brittany to have for her condition, and she can trace as well. But Brittany, since you're going to be receiving, and others, you can trace for Brittany, or you can also trace for yourself, for your condition. I'm just going to connect for Brittany's. Going to trace. I'm going to trace for Brittany. You all trace for yourself, okay? So greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies heart and soul. Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies soul, heart, and mind. And just imagine, we're going to use the power techniques Many of you are familiar, but as a recap, we have the mind power, which is creative visualization. And I want you to imagine that the light is radiating from the calligraphy, radiating into your being, into the area that needs support of your request. Heart power, I want you to feel that like greatest love, this most unconditional love. Feel this love and light, with a high purity, frequency, vibration radiating into you, enlightening that area in your being. Your body power, we will be using the Tao Calligraphy tracing. So if you are tracing, you can be using your 5 fingers, just as we were learning to write, or if you have your brush, or if you have your lower dan, that's a kind of advanced tracing with your lower dan, like a Tao Calligraphy Tai Chi that Chemi also often, will introduce in her sessions. So allow yourself to just see what way you are guided to connect with the Tao Calligraphy. And so you can trace. If you are sitting down, you can sit down straight, your back. You want your body to be aligned. And you can put your hands on your one hand on your lower abdomen, one hand on your chest, your heart center. And just imagine that the light is coming in to your body. Or you can have one hand on your lower abdomen and one hand on the area of your body you need support. For example, your neck. Just put your hand on that area. You can imagine light coming in from your hand as well as from the calligraphy, okay? Soul power is saying the say hello. So for those of you who are familiar, we can do it. It's like a invocation of sorts. So like, dear greatest love calligraphy, Da'ai. We love you, we give love, honor, and appreciation. We love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please bless my request. And please bless Brittany's request. Okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's as simple as that, okay? So that's the soul power. And then sound power, you can listen to music, but we will use Da'ai, like greatest love. So we'll just think greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies, enlightens our soul, heart, mind, body. You can just say greatest love or Da'ai. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Feel greatest love radiating to you. We also imagine Brittany for her area. And just imagine again the light coming in to the field. Breathe nice and naturally. Greatest love, unconditional love. Great. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're just going to check in. Brittany, how are you feeling? Others, you can continue to trace. I just want to just check in to see how Brittany is doing. Yes.
I'm good. I actually was feeling like a little extra discomfort. I had to kind of sit a lot today for driving and different office things. So I noticed like I wasn't as active. So I could feel like I could tell my circulation and different things didn't feel as good. But even just with that short amount of practice, I can feel a little bit more. It almost felt like it was swollen or just funny and uncomfortable, just a sensation. And now it's actually feeling like a bit more circulation and normal after just that practice.
Good. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Brittany, for continuing, for sharing. And I do want to we have about 15 minutes, so maybe we can also introduce another service that we have for the Tao Calligraphy field. And so let's see. So many of you know that, so Tao Calligraphy, just being in the field, as Brittany said, she could feel the circulation going and kind of feel that light from her busy day. So I just love to be in the field, after like a long day or when you're kind of feeling out of balance. And that's why I always like to do the check-ins, because the more you check in, the more you know if you're even a little off, that getting back into the field can help realign you, kind of balance you, allow you to get the positive information that you need and frequencies you need to kind of continue what you need to do. And so the field is one very powerful service, but we also have been blessed because Dr. Master Shah allows the holders of the Tao Calligraphy fields to also offer Tao light transmissions. So as I'm going through the calligraphies, just allow yourself to connect, because I'm going to get to my slide as I'm speaking. So we have these wonderful calligraphies of like the Da Kuan Shu. So for the Da'ai, Da Kuan Shu, Da Tsu, greatest compassion, greatest light, Da Guang Ming. This is Da Qian Bei. We can do transmissions with the first four. Da Qian Bei is for tracing and to kind of really feel the light of the field. And we can also give transmissions or Tao light treasures, transmissions from Da He She. Okay. And the other calligraphies that we have that for the Tao qualities in the field is Da Gan En, greatest gratitude, as well as Da Fu, the purpose of life. So these are really powerful calligraphies. And even for me, as I'm going through the screen, I can feel that light coming to me. So allow yourself to really feel that. And imagine being in a room with all of these calligraphies, plus a few more of the organs in that space can be very powerful. And some of the things that we want cleared or like to be refreshed, or, like resetting ourselves, our nervous system, or clearing some heaviness, can be easily or more easily released when we're in this field. I've certainly felt the difference because I do a lot of different practices, and I do it with whether my psychology patients or clients, or clients from Satori Family Wellness, where we do Tao technology services. And if I'm doing a meditation outside of the field, it feels so much different than if I do it in the field. It's just so much easier, lighter, and faster. So I really, we're very grateful that we have this opportunity to have this field available to humanity. And from this field, some of the calligraphies I mentioned, we're able to offer Tao light transmissions, which it contains the Shen Qi Jing, as we talked about, the soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter of the Tao source. And through the calligraphies, it's like a portal that comes through that you receive like a permanent light treasure, right? And all you need to do is turn it on, and it's like this blast of more positive information. So it's different than, it's similar in the Tao calligraphy field, where as we trace, we can bring it in, and we're in the field, like that Tao light is around us. The Tao light transmission, we get to be inside of us. So the combination of two is really powerful, so that you can be inside Tao source light and have Tao source light inside you. So we will, let's see. So Brittany, if you are open to, since we only had one person share today, your request. And so others too, if you kind of share discomfort in your leg lately, left leg. So did you feel like maybe a treasure for your leg?
Yeah, it's been kind of the last few months, and I feel like it's kind of associated to me having to be like more sedentary than usual, like with my jobs, like having to sit with
Mhm.
clients and different things. So I feel like I usually am very active. And then to have that, I feel like it's been a little bit like circulation or nerves, just like having to be sitting more. So yeah, and I noticed like when I'm sleeping and different things now. It's been a few months too.
Okay, I'm thinking what we should, if we offer you a golden light ball and golden liquid spring, where we would want to, what we would want it for. What are you getting for yourself, like that you would want? Condition or,
Yeah, I think condition.
okay, so condition for like that, the feeling in your legs, the circulation in your legs, yeah? Or, I mean, what if it means?
Like sensation.
Have you had a treasure for that before,
No.
Brittany? Okay, so we'll do that. So what number, like if you're feeling the pain in your legs or the discomfort in your legs, what would it be now?
It's like a 7.
A 7. Okay. So let's
It's like
offer
a
that.
few
Pardon?
spots from like, it's like a few spots from like my hip down to like even my foot. There's a few spots that have more discomfort. But the whole leg in general feels a little off.
Okay, we'll do it for your legs, right? The condition for your legs, what's happening now. So let's, I mean, everyone else, you can also get for your legs help with the circulation. So we will, Brittany, connect. So for the greatest love, golden light ball, golden liquid spring. For legs, condition that Brittany talked about for legs. I'm getting, especially one side, you said the left side?
Yes.
So just relax to receive, and everyone else, you receive what we call the splash of light. Transmission. All treasures, join as one. Transmission. Turn on. So everyone, we will trace the calligraphy for Brittany. And as you're also tracing for Brittany, you're also feeling that frequency and vibration. Brittany, you can kind of turn it on and also allow it to radiate as appropriate. Let's just kind of, we'll just trace for Brittany and see that light in her legs, kind of that circulation. And if anybody has any sharing, we have many on the line who have advanced spiritual channels that may have seen or received messages for Brittany. Please share it, because not some of us are still developing and opening up our spiritual channels in intuitive sense and may not really understand what might be happening. Like for me, when I started, I did not see or feel anything, and I did not know what was going on, but I trusted those who had their channels open to share what was happening. And then I started to, actually feel more things as I continued to learn and train with Dr. and Master Shah and his teachers, living teachers. So feel, imagine that the treasure for Brittany, Tao light transmission. So already I feel the difference when I'm tracing for Brittany with the treasure than when I traced for her with all. It's just like a blast of light. And the information that I was getting for you, Brittany, if you're okay with me sharing.
Yes.
Yes. Is that like there's like information changing actually in your consciousness as well, that allows you to get the wisdom to how to take care of yourself, like to prevent, like to be mindful, like of your situation, so you do stretch, you do exercise, you do get what you need to help support your legs. So I was getting like that kind of conscious mental shift happening with these treasures. Actually, I'm releasing some maybe negative information that was kind of blocking that awareness. And there's just kind of so much more light. It seems like for me, as I'm tracing, it's kind of going down your body. And I can feel some areas that it might feel like a little, it needs to clear to have it flow smoother. But as we're tracing and turning on the treasure for you, Da'ai, golden light ball, golden liquid spring, Da'ai, golden light ball, golden liquid spring. It's kind of clearing that area on the soul level, or you might say like a energetic, like you see the chi, the soul, as well as the energy around it. I'm kind of seeing. Okay, and I'm also getting, as I'm tracing, that there's some emotions connected with it, some information that was stored there that is kind of clearing out. So as some of you may have experienced, a lot of times when we do our awareness and our check-ins, we can feel how we store information in our bodies. And so as we use these tools and Tao technologies, we get to have the opportunity to kind of clear out information that no longer serves and emotions that, we may have been holding to kind of clear out. So I'm actually getting some emotion messages that is being, lifted and brought out. So sometimes when that happens, you may feel actually an increase of discomfort or emotions, because it's like the process of cleansing and purifying and transformation. So there might be a period of discomfort for some people. Some people just feel like light, they feel much better and lighter. But sometimes, the old stuff comes up and then you might feel it before it gets cleared. So in those situations, what you want to do is continue to trace, chant. So even if don't have this calligraphy, Brittany can still turn on her light ball and just imagine the light in her legs or in her area, right, circulating. And she has many other treasures as well, so she can turn on all of them that she has to help her in that area. But she has so much more light in that area. So we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'd love to hear how maybe others experience, or maybe Brittany following up. Anybody else?
I'll share if anyone else has to.
Are you able to turn on your camera?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So right now it almost feels a little bit more, almost like edema. Like if at the end of pregnancy, sometimes when there's like that swelling or retention of water, it has that sensation. It doesn't really look like it physically, but there's that kind of that same feeling. So yeah, I can tell like things are kind of shifting there, but yeah, it's definitely, because there were several locations. It was like my hip, it's like one pinpointed spot in each area. One was my hip, then in like my glutes, my groin, behind my knee, the top of my calf, my ankle, and like one of my toes. So it's very interesting, like how it was almost like connect the dots, the little spots of discomfort, but then like a circulation in like the whole calf, like from my knee down. As we were tracing, I could feel it shifting a bit. Right now, it does feel like that kind of swelling, but I can feel it starting to like dissipate a bit. So thank you.
Great. Thank you, Brittany, for sharing that. And maybe keep us updated on how that goes for you. We'd, really love to hear your progress too of how things go. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so if there's anyone else who would like to share, please do. I know it's end of our time today. And so we want to thank all of you for being here. And maybe before we leave, I'd love to just share some of the next steps that we have. So in addition to these calligraphies that you're getting to see again, and the transmissions that we have, we are able to offer transmissions for others who might need just that boost and just so much more light. And we do have a workshop upcoming. My mother will have her monthly Tao Wellness workshop in September, the 29th and 30th. Usually it's the last Monday and Tuesday of each month. So we do have a registration link out. My mother really puts her heart into these workshops, takes a lot of time to, make it really valuable for, those who attend. So, and it might also be really good for seniors, for new people who, just want to learn a bit more about how they can, get back on their wellness journey. And I wanted to introduce our new program that we have. This month, we are having the first of our Satori Flourishing Pathways. And this is a very, very intensive or immersive program. It starts with a 2-day immersive, 2 days that you get to be in the Tao Calligraphy field, the Tao Calligraphy light wall. You receive over 11 treasures within the whole program to really take your healing and transformation to the next level. So it does start with a 2-day, you get to be in the field. We try to kind of reset our bodies, our systems, get some, good basic information to get you started. And then we do follow up. So it kind of continues on for about maybe 3 months with follow-ups and, daily practices, Tao Calligraphy field. It kind of comes, we have a lot of things that come within this program. And it really is for those who are needing that extra care and support. So if you do know people who have been trying a lot of things, but are having some challenges, this is the opportunity to kind of take your healing and transformation to the next level. Because sometimes, coming once a week or even 3 times a week may not be, you need something more to kind of like clear everything out and then kind of get you started on a regular schedule with the information. And, so this is a great one for all levels. We designed it for like beginners who really, don't have many treasures and really want to get started. But it's also for experienced one who, have some treasures, but they haven't taken their, they want to go to the next level with their care. So if you are interested, this is by approval, and we can actually meet or, check to see if this program is for you. And there might be parts of the program that you could do if the whole complete one, is not needed. But there might be portions that you might need. So we can also check guidance to see what it is would be just right for you, or if you have loved ones who really are needing that extra care. Okay. And also the Shah Research Foundation. This is for Satori is, helps with the depression if they are diagnosed with unipolar depression, which is like major depressive disorder. They may qualify for this study. They do get practice sessions, they get Tao light transmissions, energized water to help them, transform. So if you know someone who may fit that, you can check out shahresearchfoundation.com. They also have other research studies that is available that some of you may qualify for, or that you have others who might qualify. And again, thank you very much, everyone. Oh, and because I talked about the Tao research, I did want to share that the upcoming 2nd annual Tao Research, Technology and Research, I forget what they call like this, event. It is focused on mental health, and Dr. Rulin is really heading that, and it's going to be coming up this month, and it's followed up by after that, it will have the Tao Calligraphy writing workshop. So if any of those, are, you're interested in, Satori also has affiliate links for you. So that's a way that you get to support Satori Family Wellness, if you do register for those programs. So wonderful, everyone. Right. So, and I just wanted to say my goodbyes. And if there's any other comments, thank all of you. I'd like to say my goodbyes personally. So we'll stop the recording. So aloha, everyone. Okay.